Welcome to Unshakable with Human Design, the show dedicated to helping entrepreneurs use human design to shift from hustle to flow without sacrificing results. Come here to become an unshakable human and build an unshakable business according to your human design. I'm your host, Nicole Laino. Hello and welcome to the Unshakable with Human Design podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Nicole Laino. I am so happy to be here with you guys. I have such a juicy episode for today. This is one of those ones that was a sacral yes for me. This was something that came from my experience. I've been in response with this. So these are the episodes where I am just so super jazzed to bring you this because this has been obviously very eye-opening for me and expanding for me. So this is a concept that we are going to dive into. This is a next level energy shift that I have for you guys here. And I'm going to break it down for you because really this is about if you've ever felt or you're feeling now like you're spinning your wheels, like you are doing all the things right. You're checking all the boxes. You're like, I'm networking, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm launching, I'm doing all of these things. You feel like you are stepping into that next level version of yourself. You are clawing your way to the top of that mountain, but it still feels hard and it still doesn't feel like you are getting the recognition that you feel like you deserve, the clients that you feel like you are energetically and physically calling in. And overall, you just feel like you are not getting the up level that you have been working toward, that you feel a little, I don't love the word stuck, but you feel like you've plateaued. It's not just about the things that you're not getting. You're just like, I feel like I deserve to be at this next level with this next level group of people I'm surrounded by. Maybe it feels like things haven't changed in a while and you're ready for them to change and you feel like you're doing all the things to make them change, right? So if any of that fits you, this episode is really built for you. And we have this at every level. This does not mean that you are just starting out. This does not mean that you have a 7-figure business. It can be anywhere in between. All it means is that you are at the level that you are at and you feel like you have been working and doing all the things or lots of things to get you to your next level and you're not there. And you're kind of in that space of wondering, why? Why am I not there yet? And so what I want to break down for you here is this epiphany I had because I was going through that. I was like, I feel like I have really risen to the occasion. I've done these things. I'm getting stuff, but I feel like this should be bigger. I feel like I should be bigger. I feel like there should be more happening in my world than there is. Now, we also have to take into account there's always a lot of stuff happening in the background as we are doing this, but I experienced a huge shift over the last couple of weeks where I went from feeling that feeling of frustration to being like, oh my God, it's here. And I wanted to share it with you. So I have a question that I want to share with you. I want to ask you, I want to invite you into this conversation. And I want to ask you, when I say the word potential, what does that mean to you? What does the word potential mean to you? It's a word that gets thrown around a lot, especially energetic coaches and law of attraction coaches will tell you to align with potential. So what does that word mean to you? What effect does it have on you when you say it? Potential. Now, when I say possible or possibility, what does that word mean to you? How does that word hit you? And now I want to ask you, which one of those are you aligned with right now? Are you aligned with potential or are you aligned with possibility? Which is it? Now, I have used these words interchangeably a lot, and you might be saying, Nicole, I feel like these are the same thing. Potential, possibility, same thing. You would even probably look them up in a thesaurus and you would see them under each other's headings, right? You'd look up possibility and it would talk about potential. But there is a difference. There is a difference energetically between these two words, these two concepts. Now, potential is someday. There's potential out there. There's always potential. if you listen to people, you follow people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, he'll talk about all the potential that is out there in the field. Then he also talks about possibilities. Now, potential to me is someday, like out there. Anything is potential. Potentially, sure, we could do that. Potentially. Can you do that? Potentially. But then possible is right friggin' now. We could do that now. There is a difference between these two. And in the context that I'm talking about it, if you're aligned with potential, there's understanding there. There's you looking at something and saying, I could potentially do that, but it's far away. It is not really in your experience yet. And then there's possibility. Possibility is embodiment. That is the difference between these two things, is that's out there and I might get there someday, or it's possible right now. I am possible here right now. This is possible right here, right now. These two things, whether you are aligned with potential, if you are aligned with potential, then you've got arm's length to the thing that you are connecting to. And that's okay. That's the work that we do. So like inside my Unshakable Entrepreneur program, where I help people with their messaging and embodying their human design, which helps them embody their brand, embody what they sell, and actually go out there and be the next level version of themselves, and then turn it into a message in a podcast to give you an actual tangible thing to go out there in the world with that embodied you, right? We need something to be putting out there. We need content. We need all of that. And I do it with a podcast. So inside that container, we are actually working with you on getting you from potential. We show you the potential. That's like what a reading does. A human design reading will show you, here's your potential. Here's what's there. This is the potential that is there. And that's where the vague stuff is. It starts to get more specific because we're like, these are your gifts. This is what we see in your chart. That's the potential. But then as you start living it, as you start to dig into it, as you start experimenting with it, as we start to lay out the keynotes for you, as we start to develop the strategic side of the message, which is talking about really how do you help, specifically what do you do, how do you help, and what are the problems that you help solve? These are questions nobody gets excited about answering, but when you know the answers to these questions, it is so much easier to create everything that you need to create in your business and to call people in, to actually sign clients and tell them how you help them. You're a problem solver if you sell services of any kind. You've got to tell people what problem you solve for them, or they won't pay you. They'll say that's interesting. And interesting doesn't pay the bills. So what we're doing is we get you into those specifics, and those specifics, when we get specific about who you are, and we get specific about how you live, and we get specific about the gifts that you embody, and we get specific about the way that you help people, stuff becomes possible. You step into a new level. And part of this is that we start to call out, and the design chart can show you where your quote unquote weak point is. What is the area of growth that is most important for you? It's probably going to be the thing that's the most challenging. And the chart can show us that. It can give us that map of saying, here's your lesson in life. Here's the biggest thing that you're going to have to learn. And if you have the courage to dig into that and embody that and work through your shadows and work through your stuff there, you will reach a new level of empowerment. You will find that new things are possible for you. So these are the shifts. I was at an event a few weeks ago, and this dropped in for me big time. I realized I was sitting at the event and I was like, I was potential. I didn't think it was really possible. I feel it now. I'm different now. And that shifted at that event for me. That dropped in a really big way for me. And that was when this whole concept came to me. I thought I was embodying it, but I just reached a new level of that embodiment. I'm ready. It's possible now. The things that you're able to do when you are aligned with possibility versus aligned with potential, and the energy that you do those things in, is game-changing stuff. This is the stuff where you change your life. This is the energy that you are in when things really start to change, when you start to really feel things move, because people can't help but notice you, recognize you, see you for how you help, and suddenly want to be around you and your energy. This is ultimately what alignment does. You want to reach higher level people, you're going to have to step into a new level yourself. I want to call in next level clients. I hear that from people all the time. How do I reach these higher level clients? You have to elevate the level of you in order to do that, in order to feel worthy of those clients, in order to understand what they want, in order to communicate with them, in order to feel comfortable going up to them and saying, hey, I think I can help you. This level of embodiment is what changes your life. This is what it has the potential to do. And this is ultimately what human design can do for you. I'm going to leave this episode here. I'm going to stop it here. I'll go into my theme in another episode because that would be a whole other thing. I really just want to leave you with this concept, and I want to leave you with that question. Are you aligned with potential right now, or are you aligned with possibility? Are you ready to start 2024 truly aligned with possibility? Or are you still going to be saying, next year it'll be this, putting up a vision board, but not really feeling like it's possible, not really feeling like your energy is behind it, that you're not all in? If you listen to my episode from, I believe, a week ago with Addie Grinspun, my friend, talked about going all in. Are you really all in? Are you really invested completely yourself? Are you willing to go to the dark places to clean out your emotional closet and to face the things that scare you in order to call in a new level for yourself? That's ultimately what's required, particularly if you dealt with any of the issues that I mentioned at the beginning of this episode. Then that's exactly the issue you have to work through, is aligning with possibility. So I want to leave you with that. If you're interested in hearing anything about the Unshakable Entrepreneur Program, where you want help digging into your human design and really having close contact with me, where I walk you through it, where every day you start to see new levels open up for you, new ways that you are aligning with possibility instead of potential, where you really are stepping into your higher self, then DM me the word unshakable. Unshakable, DM me that word, and I'll send you a link to a call with me and we can talk about it, and a link to the sales page so you can see what the program is all about. If you love this episode and you're a fan of the show, please show us the love on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you're listening to the show, and leave us a review. And if you'd like to connect with other entrepreneurs on their human design journey, join our free Facebook community, Human Design for Entrepreneurs. Go to NicoleLaino.me/podcast links to join the group, book a human design reading with me, or access our free human design resources. We'll see you there. But in the meantime, remember, in order to have an unshakable business, you must first become an unshakable human. So thank you for letting us help you on your journey of becoming unshakable with human design, everybody. We will see you next time.